That's how I would have been singing in the corner the whole episode, girl, because these hoes whipped ass from minute 00000 to minute 50, or was it minute 40, whatever the fuck, however long it was, girl. It was ass whoopings all up and through with the episode. And I'm thinking like they only been there 2 days. Like this is the second day. This is crazy. Any which way, let's roll the intro so we can get directly on into all of the ass whoopings, okay? Alright, so the first thing I want to say is, please bear with your Auntie Sally over here, okay? Bear with your Auntie Sally over here, aka me, because, honey, I have got really sick last week. Like, I was sick, and I was supposed to do so much content. I was supposed to also put out the Baddies Gone Wild. Y'all probably think, damn, bitch, you just, I promise you, I'm coming with the Baddies Gone Wild, because those bitches are going wild, okay? So I'm gonna review last week's episode and this week's episode, and like I said, those will be out Wednesday. We're gonna go wild on Wednesdays. Last week I was sick. They took the queen down. I couldn't do anything. I had T videos shot, and I couldn't edit. Like, I was in a coma. We'll talk about it in a different video, but I'm here today, okay, Sunday at 8:32, all right, 8:32. Happy Pride, girls, June 1st, and I'm gonna give it my all. So we're gonna start at the top of the episode, of course. Summer coming out there fighting that girl, baby. So we have, what is her name? Cold Killer. Cold Killer Ho. We got Cold Killer Ho sitting on the couch, and she is getting confronted by Dolly, and Dolly is telling her, you know, you look so different, you know, with the makeup covering them black eyes, honey. Summer says, bitch, you ain't pretty, hoe, and she runs up on Cold Killer. The way Cold Killer threw that goddamn flower, I said, this shit is crazy. She threw that flower in Summer and Killer, girl, they started going at it. They both whooping each other's ass. I feel like it was equally yoked. They whooped each other's ass. That, of course, infuriates Dolly, and Dolly and Killer begin to fight. When I tell you Dolly, oh, it hurts me to say. It hurts me to say. Dolly whooped Killer ass. Oh my goodness, when I tell you it was Dolly in that robe against Killer. I said, Dolly in that robe is jumping Killer. Shit, get her ass off Killer. I was surprised, girl. She gave a good nasty country ass whooping, and I was like, I was blown away. I genuinely was blown away. I wasn't expecting that. Of course, Killer needs another round after that, baby. So they began to fight again. Killer tried to kill Dolly pussy, girl. She kicked her in the pussy, but that didn't matter, baby, because Dolly said, I'm still on your ass, girl. Dolly said, I done had 6 kids. It's been harder hits to the pussy, bitch. She beats Killer down to the floor so bad where she get up and she said, yeah, I'm back. I said, damn. But anyways, after all that fighting, Dolly ends up pulling Pretty P to the side real quick and telling her, like, look, girl, the issues we had the last season, even though I think, didn't they fight in the damn Atlanta? Anyways, but Dolly says, our shit last season ended, all right? So they had a conversation, and we move on to Ivory inside chatting with Fonda and Kay. So, of course, Ivory wants to know what's going on. They break down this name drama because, you know, Fonda wants to be called Fonda, not Fanta, not nothing else, honey. After they discuss the name drama, Kay ends up moving on to a situation with her and African Elsa, and Ivory invites African Elsa and Lex into the room. African Elsa comes in and she gives Ivory a hug, and she says, I don't want to fuck her quote up, she says, I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you. As if Ivory has called her in there and she finna stand on big business. Like, thank you for giving me this moment to whip her ass, girl. She said, I really appreciate you. And she gives Ivory a hug and she throws the drink at Kay. Oh, and them bitches are at it. Oh, I'm talking about it.
I'm gonna give you hugs because I appreciate you. Sure.
African Elsa is fighting so damn hard, she loses her goddamn wig, bitch. She loses her wig, security breaks them up. Kay takes the wig and she says, get this synthetic shit out of here.
Get this synthetic shit up out of here, bitch.
That infuriates African Elsa. She said, show me 100,000 in your bank account right now.
Show me 100K right now in your bank account, bitch.
I live for everybody. I can't stand on one side of the fence. I am in the middle tug of war, girl. I'm living for this bitch that's fighting that hoe, and I'm living for this bitch that's fighting that hoe. I am living for everybody. Everybody is working it, and they have so much personality. The commentary in the midst of, you know, getting their ass beat or either beating some ass, it's A1. The commentary is immaculate. Now, of course, African Elsa, Kay, they get back in it. They are whooping each other's ass. Now, they move to a different section of the room, okay? And as African Elsa and Kay are fighting, this name is killing me, bitch. As they are fighting, honey, of course, Fonda runs up. Now, when she runs up, I think Lex comes and she's like, well, hold on, bitch. So Lex ain't, you know, Lex ain't gonna let nobody jump unless she doing the jumping. She said she the only bitch doing the jumping, nobody else doing the jumping. So Lex ran up to pull Fonda off and they start fighting, and out of nowhere, I think Ivory jumps on. I said, these bitches are stacked up like Tetris. As they're fighting, all I can do is say, pray for Fonda. Pray for Fonda. Baby Lex and drug Fonda ass from Africa back home, bitch. She done took her back to America. Baby, she put her ass on a Southwest flight. Baby, Fonda is to go stand on the bed and she catching her breath, baby. She look like a soldier, baby. Can you keep up? Can she keep up is the question of the night. Bitch, Fonda's on the top of that bed. Lex like, get down, bitch, get down. I need that, I need that. Of course, Fonda's like, just give me a moment. Fellas, I live. These bitches are asking for, usually you don't see the girls ask, just give me a second, just give me a second. These bitches just see, they say, just give me a second. Now, after she gets her second, she ends up jumping down off the bed onto Lex, almost kills that skinny bitch. Almost took Lex's ass up out of here. I ain't lying, bitch. I said, damn.
Now why me? You crank that soul. Now why me? You crank that soul. Now why me? You crank that soul. Now.
She jumps on top of motherfucking Lex, baby, and still somehow gets her ass beat. I said, you had the upper hand. You had the upper hand, bitch. You up in the air. You had the upper hand, and you still got your ass whooped. And I live for Fonda. Lex and Fonda end up fighting again. Of course, Fonda was washed. We just gonna move on, okay? DTV and Anna Mac are the next scene. DTV is meeting with Anna, and she's saying, you know, basically, they're recapping the drama and what's been going on for the last 3 days. And then Anna moves forward and says she's gonna go home. After that scene, we have Dolly and Ivory. They're outside chatting and about to make amends. Dolly ends up telling Ivory, she said, girl, I was so mad that when we was beefing, baby, because, you know, I was doing your hair and you was paying me for it. I said real.
I was fucking pissed off at us beefing. I was doing your hair, you was paying me. I gotta say you was paying me.
Girl, she missing out on that money change. She missing on that change. So they discuss their ups and downs real quickly and briefly. Dolly wants to know if they're cool. Of course, Ivory says they cool. They hug it out.
And make sure they got my coochie.
Any which way, it's time for Natalie to slowly move her way into these house meetings. So she ends up meeting with different groups of girls individually. The first group of girls she meets with is the new big three.
Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
You're Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta.
I'm from Jersey.
And you're from Jersey?
Yeah.
So this is a trio.
Natalie tells them, like, look here, hopefully y'all can get that shit because we're going to go out tonight. She moves her ass to the next group, which is Tomahawk Steak, Elsa, and somebody's cream, all right? Now, of course, all those girls, they break down the issues of what the fuck's been going on in the house. Natalie says, well, look here, ladies. It's time for all of us to coexist. So I'm about to call a house meeting and we're gonna get this shit dealt with and we're gonna go out. Right, we're gonna go out. So she calls in other girls. All the girls, they start fleeing in. So as this house meeting begins, Natalie, of course, she wants to know what the issue is again. Girl, look here, I'm tired, bitch. But Steak, what is the name? Tomahawk Steak, she ends up you just saying like, girl, what the issue is, bitches is jumping. There's a lot of shit going on and bitches is jumping. And like I said last week, there is a lot of bitches jumping. And I didn't realize because I was thoroughly entertained, but now when I take a peek at it, I said, damn, you all are really jumping. You bitches are really jumping.
I said that y'all wasn't gonna jump no more, right? When I came downstairs. So why the fuck else you got jumped?
As Miss Tomahawk Steak is telling these bitches that they are jumping, she gets up out of her seat and she starts approaching the group that does the jumping, which is the new big three. And her anger is kind of like directed at the wrong bitch, I feel like. I feel like her anger being directed at Kay is a little like weird and shisty because I'm like, girl, Kay wasn't the bitch that was jumping. She had the issue with African Elsa. Them bitches were fighting. Fonda jumped in, which means Tomahawk, you need to point your direction to the correct bitch. It has nothing to do with Kay. Kay was running her square equal 1. And somebody else jumped into her shit. So you point your direction at Fonda. But girl, nevertheless, she has her direction pointed at Kay and they end up fighting. Now, as Kay hops out of her seat to kind of address Tomahawk, baby. Tomahawk's like, bitch, who you standing up? Why you standing? Who you standing up? I'm like, girl, you didn't move from Jerusalem to Jamaica. I can stand up what the fuck I want to. Not only did you stand up, you didn't move from your side of the couch all the way to this side of the fucking room. Hell no. Kay ends up thinking that Tomahawk is about to swing on her, and Kay ends up swinging too early. Girl, she swung too early. Tomahawk ends up folding her up, girl. Folding her up, she spin the bitch around, and once Kay took her bonnet off, baby, she was fighting the wrong direction. Now, Fonda ends up finally running into a situation that she started, okay? And when she runs up, girl, not surprising to me, she does Tomahawk steak in. I feel like Tomahawk steak is the best example of you win some, you lose some. Because she lost that one, baby. She lost that one for sure. Now, as all of this drama is going on, all these fights are breaking out, all these blunts are being smoked, we have, what's her name, Russian Cream. She ends up running up on Kay as Kay's trying to get her bundle together. Kay is trying to get her bundle together. It got shook up. Now, as these bitches is fighting, honey, the security ends up slipping. He ends up trying to crawl his way over into the fight. Girl, fired. He needs to be fired. For real. We have Elsa, she back there screaming. Black Elsa, girl, Elsa screaming. Rolly ends up telling her, stop all that hollering and get in the paint. African Elsa said, I've been in the paint, Rolly. I've been in the paint. Rolly said, well, you gotta get your ass back in the paint because this your motherfucking beat.
Okay, you need to stop screaming and get in the paint.
I've been in the paint, Rolly.
You're gonna have to keep getting in that motherfucker.
Bitch! With those words of encouragement from Rolly, African Elsa ends up running up on Kay, honey, and they are fighting. It's a hot ass, man. They are dumping, and when they break them up, Elsa ends up running back to where she was.
Why?
After that, Tomahawk and Killer, they end up fighting again. We thinking the fight, well, I thought, I'm not gonna say we. I thought the fight was gonna be good and juicy, but girl, Killer ends up kicking her leg out. She kicks the steak and she kicks Tomahawk ass one good time, boom. And then when she kicks her leg out again, girl, Tomahawk grabbed that goddamn leg, bitch, and she ends up slamming down on her. And security said, no, bitch, no. Security broke that shit up so fast. Bro, that pussy got some power, bitch, because if them motherfuckers stop that shit immediately. After that, Natalie wants them to explain what the fuck they just do all that for, which I'm just like, Natalie, I need you to stop asking for all these explanations. Bitch, you've been asking for explanations every 7 minutes. Girl, you just got to vibe out, twin. What they say, vibe out, baby. She got to vibe out. And that's what Cold Killer basically tells Natalie. She's like, look here, I don't have no explanation, but if these bitches want to fight, we can fight every goddamn time. Bitch, we can fight every goddamn time.
You three I just met with.
Yeah,
you said the issue was only with them.
That's
what the fuck is going on?
Bitches pulling shit out of their ass. I don't need no explanation from no bitch to want to fight or feel away. If that's how you feel, we gonna do that shit. Oh, my mom.
Summer ends up jumping into the conversation and saying these bitches are scared. Natalie's like, what's going on between you and Fanta in the name? Summer ass said, she said it would be Fanta strawberry today and it'd be Fanta grape tomorrow.
It's Fanta strawberries today, baby. Fanta grape tomorrow, bitch.
Bitch, baby, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what y'all say about Summer. Summer is gonna get in the field, win, lose, draw. Baby, she looks amazing this season. Like they gave the wrong bitch money and she putting that motherfucking money to use. Okay, that bitch is getting her makeup, her hair done. She is giving a look. The outfits are amazing. And y'all already knew the commentary was A1. So Summer is working this shit for me. When she told that bitch it's gonna be strawberry Fanta today and grape Fanta tomorrow, I'ma call you what the fuck I want to call you. I said, damn. Natalie ends up interjecting Summers and Fanta's beef off, honey. And she's saying like, look here, honey. We got to put this shit to rest. We got to put this to rest. And we got to have to, you know, call a spade because we going out tonight. And Summer says, yeah, right after this. She says, yeah, right after this. And she hops up and she starts dogging in Kay. I said, damn, what the fuck is going on?
Leave it here at the house so you guys can go get ready.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do nothing after this, bitch.
Kay done got into about 12 fights this one night. That bunny has seen it all. Has seen everybody on set. Baby, I said damn. Anyways, moving on. We have one more fight after that, which is Lex and Fonda, okay? They end up fighting. And as they're fighting, Dolly hops off the couch with her cup of noodles and throws the fucking noodles. I said, Dolly, I thought we were making process. I thought we were moving in greatness in the motherland of girl. I guess not, baby. I guess not, because as soon as she jumps in, of course, Ivory is not playing that jumper shit, so she starts beating on Dolly. I'm like, damn, y'all just made up shit. So we gonna see how that goes next week, huh? But I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and bearing with me. Like I said, Auntie was super duper sick, but I am back to killing it. Welcome to June. Welcome to Pride Month, and also my birthday month, because y'all know my birthday is June 20th, honey. So I'm gonna be in y'all bitches' face.